guys know what technology is?
No. Yeah. It's electric stuff.
I use Evernote to store my notes, and I use Pen Ultimate to do drawings if I have to draw something for class. Probably my favorite thing for school is Google Drive, because that's really helpful because I can share my notes with my friends if we have a group and we have to do something in class and we need to all share stuff and we can't get all together. This is my Google site. Every kid in the school has one that are in the upper unit, as far as I know, and we store, it's kind of like our folder. Instead of storing all our homework and stuff, we store it on this instead of storing in files and filing cabinets. We store it on our profile, so we have like an all about me, so it's all, and it says all about the person's, how they are, who they are and stuff. And then you have like a literacy section, a math section, and a social studies section. And you will probably have more for more classes you go to. And you can embed from Google Drive your pages and stuff into your Google site.
My kids are making iMovies all the time. We've got some great book trailers that we made last year. They're doing this very cool thing where they, the sixth graders made plaster masks of their face. We used an app with the iPads called Split Pick, where you're able to take half of a picture. So they took half a picture of their face and half a picture of the mask, and they put it together in this iMovie with a piece of poetry that they wrote, or two pieces of poetry, depending on what they did. They've been doing teaming stuff with the kindergartners, working with apps on iPads, with sock puppets and with VoiceThread. Did book trailers that are still looked at as a way to find out what to read, what's a good book. Last year there was a funny story where a bunch of the sixth graders were working on Google Hangout. They were seeing if it was working or not, and I was up at the overhead and they were trying to connect with me. Google Hangout is like Skype where you invite people to join you. And Aiden was working with Sophie Rosen and Raz, and they were all crowded around a computer, and I was working at my computer up at the screen, and they were connecting with me, and then suddenly Susan Hennessy from UVM pops up on the screen and says, "Hey, what did you want?" And I said, "Oh, what are you doing here?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "You just contacted me." I said, "I didn't contact you." And Aiden turned around and said, "Oh, I did. I thought she might be interested in what we were doing right now." And Susan later told me that she was in a huge meeting with all of the people of the Tarrant Foundation who were talking about how kids connect and how empowering it is for kids connecting. And they thought it was the coolest thing that a kid from Warren took it upon himself to invite the people who make it happen to see what we were doing in our classroom just then. I was horrified because I would never think to do that. I'd be thinking, oh, I might be interrupting them. Oh, they have better things to do with their time. But he had the technology. He was able to do that. And that connected them in a way that was very memorable and also ultimately incredibly important for the Tarrant program.
Well, we use them for practicing spelling words because we have a few, we have one app that we use so far for writing our spelling words. They're magnet letters. We can also use them for listening to reading. So there's an app for that. I think it's One More Story. Yeah. I think I've heard on the radio that some schools, it's like everything is iPads. Mm-hmm. Use iPads for everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course not eating lunch, but...
To last week, do you remember, Omri?
Greenland and we're going.
What we did, we looked at Peru and we looked at Greenland because we had traveled to Greenland. we went to India. So type in India. It's INDIA. So I'm looking to see if you can find a city in India and a country area. See if you can find
I see a lot of fields.
a city and
Oh, I found.
can't find any cities. Let's see what happens when you zoom in. Ooh, I see lots of roads.
Who did one?
You
There's
should go
found it. Found it.
right
Where's the system?
So every day someone is a roving reporter and they can bring in their own iPad or they can take like one of the school iPads and they can take pictures or videos for each part of the day. And then they have to put all the pictures together and do like a voice recording or they could type up what happened in that part.
I made this movie for a symposium that we had about a town issue. And we, some people took a video of it, and then me and Owen edited it, and made it a good movie.
We're collaborating with the Edmonds School in Burlington, and so if we like write a response about like wonder and like a short thing about like a certain chapter, then someone from another school can give us feedback, and we can give kids from other schools feedback. And
It'll help me when I'm older, not just in school, but when I'm older, if my work is a teacher and I never really went to school and didn't know the answers, then I probably wouldn't
there's a choice.
wouldn't get a job as a teacher.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I mean, taking a
You want to be what?
A man.
A man. Okay.